Hi there. I hope you got outside this week earlier. It was beautiful, and now we have some rain, but that's okay. Well, here comes Bella. Always at the beginning. Say hi to the people, Bella. Say hi. Oops, my cord just fell out. She loves being outside too. So make sure you're getting everything done today. Your Study Island lesson is due, and your vocabulary, if you were working on that. And then your Choose Your Own Adventure is due next Friday. So make sure you're working on that. I see that some of you are watching the Horton Hears a Who on here. So that's great. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's Read Aloud. I'll have you know that I ordered all of the Skippy John Jones books. I have one here, the Doghouse one, but I ordered all of them because I just had a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are enjoying these. It helps me feel connected somehow to you guys, even though we're not face to face, but it just keeps me entertained, and I hope it keeps you entertained. And I hope you're remembering some fun childhood memories, maybe. This one might be from your childhood also. Miss Nelson is missing. So it's kind of fitting because we're not together. But I will read this to you today. And then, yeah. So, Miss Nelson is missing. Nope, you can't read, Bella. I mean, you can listen. You can listen? Okay, you can listen too. The kids in room 207 were misbehaving again. Spitballs stuck to the ceiling, paper planes whizzed through the air. They were the worst behaved class in the whole school. I'll have you know. She's sitting right there, listening in. Now settle down, said Miss Nelson in a sweet voice, but the class would not settle down. They whispered and giggled. They squirmed and made faces. They were even rude during story hour, and they always refused to do their lessons. Something will have to be done, said Miss Nelson. The next morning, Miss Nelson did not come to school. Wow, yelled the kids. Now we can really act up. They began to make more spitballs and paper planes. Today, let's just be terrible, they said. Not so fast, hissed an unpleasant voice. A woman in an ugly black dress stood before them. I am your new teacher, Miss Viola Swamp. And she rapped the desk with her ruler. Where's Miss Nelson? Asked the kids. Never mind that, snapped Miss Swamp. Open these arithmetic books. Miss Nelson's kids did as they were told. They could see that Miss Swamp was a real witch. She meant business. Right away, she put them to work, and she loaded them down with homework. We'll have no story hour today, said Miss Swamp. Keep your mouth shut, said Miss Swamp. Sit perfectly still, said Miss Swamp. And if you misbehave, you'll be sorry, said Miss Swamp. The kids in room 207 had never worked so hard. Days went by, and there was no sign of Miss Nelson. The kids missed Miss Nelson. Maybe we should try to find her, they said. Some of them went to the police. Detective McSmog was assigned to the case. He listened to their story. He scratched his chin. He said. I think Miss Nelson is missing. Detective McSmog would not be much help. Other kids went to Miss Nelson's house. The shades were tightly drawn, and no one answered the door. In fact, the only person they did see was the wicked Miss Viola Swamp coming up the street. If she sees us, she'll give us more homework. They got away just in time. Maybe something terrible happened to Miss Nelson. Maybe she was gobbled up by a shark, said one of the kids, but that didn't seem likely. Maybe Miss Nelson went to Mars, said another kid, but that didn't seem likely either. I know, exclaimed one know-it-all. Maybe Miss Nelson's car was carried off by a swarm of angry butterflies. But that was the least likely of all. The kids in room 207 became very discouraged. It seemed that Miss Nelson was never coming back, and they would be stuck with Miss Viola Swamp forever. They heard footsteps in the hall. Here comes the witch, they whispered. Hello, children, someone said in a sweet voice. It was Miss Nelson. Did you miss me? She asked. We certainly did, cried all the kids. Where were you? That's my little secret, said Miss Nelson. How about a story hour? Oh, yes, cried the kids. Miss Nelson noticed that during story hour no one was rude or silly. What brought about this lovely change? She asked. That's our little secret, said the kids. Back home, Miss Nelson took off her coat and hung it in the closet, right next to an ugly black dress. When it was time for bed, she sang a little song. I'll never tell, she said to herself with a smile. P.S. Detective McSmog is working on a new case. He is now looking for Miss Viola Swamp. The end. So I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe a trip down memory lane for some of you. I sure liked that book when I was a kid and when I was a teacher. It's been around for a while. So I hope you have a great weekend. Take a break. Don't do any work unless you're behind, and then maybe you need to do some work. But I hope you get some time to relax and spend some time with family doing something fun. And I will see you back here next week. Have a good weekend.